I'm a Kenyan, but I live in Uganda. I live in a place called Kinda, and I fellowship at our Flame Gospel Assembly, and Pastor Robert Sisanga is my pastor. So I'd like to testify about some of the things that have happened to my life, and how the word has bring victory in my situation. I'd like to talk about before coronavirus, we had our place of work. They were closing down and they were planning to shift to a different place, but which was not guaranteed. They say that if they get another place, we are going to shift. If they don't get, we are going to lose our job. They gave us a letter, a notice that we might lose our job. It depends with if they're getting another place or not. So I went and talked to my pastor about the same. Pastor encouraged me, and I remember the period we had a word on the finance convention, and the word was preached during that time. Because of hearing of the word, my faith was built up, and I was encouraged that no matter what, everything works together for my good. And during that period, we were able to get another place where my work was going to move, which was a bit better than where we were before. But before we shifted, it came the coronavirus scenario. The coronavirus, the time it came, the country was put on lockdown, and we were told to go to unpaid leave for a known period of time, because that time the president announced that people are going to stay indoors, but we were not sure when we are going to go back to work. So that period we stayed at home, but we were on unpaid leave. We were staying at home, but no salary, no nothing. So that period, the pastor started the virtual church because we were not able to fellowship, to go to church. Pastor started the virtual church. So I made up my mind to become active. So I was so active on virtual church. I used to. During that period, the word that was preached was so encouraging, and it was just for the season of that particular time. During every service, pastor had a different word for us, and during that period, pastor encouraged us a lot. There's a time pastor preached about the life of Zoe, that is having the life of Christ in us, and that message will really build. I took it personally, because when you have the life of Christ in you, everything, the impossible become possible. And during that period, after the lockdown, we were told to go back to work. But because I had been participating in the virtual church, my faith was built up. And I was called and told to go back to work. So I was asking myself, I go back to work, but we are not sure where we are going to be working from. They are not open, the other place. I just took a step of faith. I went back to work. And then we were told to start working. And then came the beginning of June. I was given my contract, which was for 1.5 years, which is unusual. We always get a contract of 1 year, 6 months. First they give you for 6 months, then you get for 1 year, which that particular time I was given a contract of 1.5 years. And that particular time I saw God. That is God working. It's the word of God, which God, pastor kept encouraging us. No matter the situation, things are going to work out. And during the lockdown, people were experiencing hard time. But as the word says, we were able to get the courage to face tomorrow, no matter how people were suffering at that particular time. And I saw God working for my good. Then to add on that, during the lockdown, because I was not able to work, we were not able to raise our rent. Our rent was a challenge because I was not on salary base. But by the end of the month of May, my landlord came and gave us a receipt. That was the end of April, the beginning of May. Our landlord came and gave us a receipt for a fully paid rent. First of all, I was not believing it. I thought she had confused. Then after some time, then I called my husband. I told my husband, "Have you paid rent?" He was like, "No, I've not paid." Now, like, maybe my landlord has confused and gave us the receipt and we have not paid. But it came to our attention. The time I got the money, I went and paid. the landlord did not give me the receipt for April. The landlord gave me the receipt for May. It means the rent for April was fully paid by the landlord. So for me, I take it like it was a miracle. God already provided for the month of April rent, which I had not even, I was not expecting that the landlord was going to pay for us the rent of April. So I would like to encourage someone who is there and who's facing challenges in your place of work, or you're facing you're having any disease. I want to encourage you to tune into our virtual church. The word that is preached, it is about our life. It's about what is going on our life at that particular time. So every now and then when pastor preaches in the virtual church, get the word and move with it. Take it on your personal level. Take it as it is your situation where pastor is talking about. And as long as you take a step of faith, everything that you've been struggling with, you're going to overcome. No matter, even if you're facing challenges in your finances, that time when the pastor is preaching, take that word as your pastor is talking to you, and you're going to overcome every challenges that you're facing at that particular time. Even if you're sick, every now and then when pastor is preaching in the virtual church, he's praying for the sick, and that time the power to receive healing is there. It's just up to you to make up your mind that that particular time when pastor is preaching, he's talking about you. He's talking about your situation, and it is your time to receive the victory. And this virtual church has been a blessing to me and my family. We have received a lot of encouragement. We have grown spiritually, and I'll pray that it continues. Let's continue being online, because we have impacted lives in one way or another. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my pastor, Pastor Robert Sanga, for the opportunity that he has given me, for the platform. I know I don't take it for granted. It is always an honor to be given such an opportunity to testify and talk to people about the impact that the virtual church has done among people and among my life and in my life. And I am so grateful. I appreciate you, Pastor, and I love you so much. Thank you so much.
This is the year of perfection.